Hack Robert Mueller still has nothing on Trump, gets rude awakening by Dan Lindsay, Politics U.S. News for MadWorldNews.com. Deep State hack and special counsel Robert Mueller still has nothing on President Donald Trump after searching for nearly a year to find evidence of collusion with the Russians. Now Mueller is getting a rude awakening that you don't want to miss. Former FBI Director Robert Mueller, along with Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, has made a joke of our Justice Department since the beginning of the Russian collusion investigation. The deep state's attempt to bring President Trump down using Mueller has failed, and now new voices in Washington, D.C. are telling the special counsel his time is up. According to the Washington Times, Representative Francis Rooney recently appeared on CNN to deliver a message to Mueller from the Republican Party and millions of fed-up American patriots. Wrap it up. During the interview on Thursday, March 8, 2018, Rooney said he believes that Mueller hasn't found anything on Trump and that it could be soon time to end his unnecessary investigation. Rooney also told CNN that quite simply Mueller was given the task of investigating collusion between Russian officials and the Trump campaign, and nothing was found to indicate any wrongdoing by our president. Rooney, who is a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, said, "Unfortunately for Mr. Mueller, despite his great reputation," what reputation? "He hasn't found anything that the reputation of delivering the uranium to the Russians, the sample of uranium, that's where he has a great reputation? Give it a rest. He's a crook. He hasn't found anything that we know about yet, so if they don't find something, they need to wrap it up. I should say so." When presented with the facts that Mueller indicted 13 Russian nationals for what he called meddling, what a crock, to detract from the Nunes memo. That's why he did this indictment on the 13 Russian trolls, That's all, just a detraction from the Nunes memo. In the election, has also filed charges against former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort, and secured a guilty plea from former Trump campaign aide Rick Gates. Rooney said that is not anything. But it is not what the investigation was set up to do. Yeah, he went over the bounds of what his investigation was said to do. You see? Rooney is absolutely correct. Mueller wasn't able to find anything on Trump, so he has tried desperately to find any kind of wrongdoing. Now they're bringing up the Stormy Daniels now on The View. I mean, really? Any kind of wrongdoing by those around the Trump campaign. Most likely Mueller felt anxious to show some kind of justification. Yeah, he has to do something in order to, make his salary, get his salary for the obscene amount of money being paid to his team of liberal hack lawyers tasked with finding collusion. I mean, what a crock. Rooney went on to explain that the only thing Mueller has found involving Russians is their own unsuccessful attempts to interfere in our presidential election. He hasn't found collusion or successful interference. He had just found that the Russians tried, and I think we need to have these sanctions that the president signed and the House and Senate passed last summer show them that there is a price to pay for that, Rooney said. Well, I don't even agree with that. It's time for Democrats and the deep state to give up on the idea that there will be a way to bring Trump down with accusations of wrongdoing involving the Russians. Can you imagine had Trump said, caught on tape, what Obama said to that Russian, after the elections I'll have more flexibility, Can you imagine if Trump had done that? They'd be screaming from the rooftops, you know what I'm saying? So it's time for the Democrats and the deep state to give up the idea that there will be a way to bring Trump down with accusations of wrongdoing involving the Russians. There simply isn't any evidence to back up those claims. And while American patriots knew this from the beginning, the rest of the country is now looking at Robert Mueller, wondering why he's still poking around in the bushes. And Whoopi Goldberg now has a shirt. I just did a story on her. She has a shirt that said, I thought it said Miller time. It's Mueller time. I mean, these people are deranged. Deranged. Representative Rooney also recently appeared on Fox News with Lou Dobbs, and I think said it's highly unfortunate that the person of such a distinguished career. Give it a rest and reputation. They all pander to Mueller. They're afraid of him because I think he's the head honcho of the deep state. For everybody to be pandering to this man, I mean, really? The person of such distinguished career and reputation would set up this investigation to so laden with Democrats, so partisan, and you say out of in the wilderness instead of focusing on the mission, all this time and money that's been spent hasn't proved any collusion at all. Now that Robert Mueller hasn't turned up any wrongdoing on President Donald Trump's part, it's time for Mueller to answer a few questions. That's what I say. From a newly appointed special counsel who will want to know what Mueller's involvement was in the Uranium One deal. Hillary Clinton should be pulled into that investigation and questioned along with Mueller to find out why they both signed off on giving Russia control over a significant percentage of uranium production in the United States. I can't wait for hacks like Robert Mueller. That's what I say. Hacks like Robert Mueller to be on the receiving end of a legitimate investigation in which he has a tremendous amount of explaining to do. The fact that Mueller was allowed to take the job as special counsel to undermine our president is embarrassing. Representative Rooney is right on some issues. His time is up. That's why Mueller isn't stopping this, because this investigation, it's a ploy. I just realized it. So in other words, Mueller's continuing this investigation so they don't go and investigate him and Hillary. And they put Sessions in there to block it at every turn. I mean, these people are just criminal. Just criminal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.